Hello, it's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back another day to update you on what's happening in Star Atlas. Alright, so the claims have currently gone live. You can go ahead and claim a whole bunch of stuff that you can now do if you bought some CSS lands or you bought some claim stakes, right? So before we get to that, this is just a small video that was on the Star Atlas Twitter. I thought it was really nice. I was looking at the actual tree arrow and just one of the small kind of beaches that they have on the tree arrow. Remember, this is a Titan ship. Oh no, the tree arrow isn't a Titan ship, but the Super Phoenix is a Titan ship, and this is a Super Phoenix and not a tree arrow. Damn, I'm bad with my ship names. Oh my god. Yeah, don't trust me. I'm terrible. So, if this is not my image, by the way, this is gotten from the Twitter space as well as from Discord. So this is what it's going to look like in your Star Atlas wallet. When you go and log in, you'll go and see claim airdrops. Reminder, nothing will ever come to your wallet and say, you know, oh, click this link, go and do that. No, never like that anymore. Well, hopefully not. This one is going to be in your browser, so you have to go and click claim before you can actually go and get it. So this person has actually bought something that gave him the interior paint, the crafting station, extra small, a cargo storage tier 0, and a dream. A dream is a ship skin. Let's go ahead and look at some of the new ships that are on the marketplace and look at the skins, some of the new items that are there. And then let's have a look at what they might actually be worth, because the team isn't telling us what the VWAP is, but we can figure it out for ourselves because we're smart. Anyway, first off, this is the Calico Maxhog. Let's read what it says. And I don't know if I'm a fan of this. Okay, let's read it. Built literally to get away from everything we could think of, the Maxhog marks Calico's sporty, aggressive entry into the proper civilian transport market. Equipped above and beyond, the Maxhog features ample cargo space for all your stuff, a roomy cockpit for your most adventurous date, damage-resistant upholstery, and a thumping, high-decibel entertainment system, but with the Calico Maxhog's staggering VTOL, I don't know what that is, and all-terrain capabilities, seriously, who cares? Whether it's a spaceship or an SUV, it can drive, and it can fly, and it can effing go underwater. And we really, really want one. So this seems like they're going for like the tough guy SUV kind of thing. I'm not a fan of the SUV whole, like, you know, that crowd. But let's look at the ship. So it's a transport ship, extra small, uncommon, one pilot, one co-pilot. Anything stand out from the components? Not really. Everything's extra small apart from one weapon hardpoint. It's not supposed to be a fighter vehicle, it's a transport vehicle, and it's got one extra fuel slot. So let's have a look at some of the pictures, shall we? When I saw this, I was like, oh, it's amphibious, it goes under water as well, but we don't really have any underwater info in Star Atlas. So can we really say that? Let's have a look at some other pictures. It reminds me of something from Mass Effect. If you saw, I forget what that a ground terrain vehicle was called. That's what it reminds me of. It also reminds me of a future Tesla car that's gonna be coming out in like 10 years for people who want to go racing in like the desert or something. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks cool in itself. But it's not much of a ship, is it? It's not a ship, it's a car. And I'm not used to Star Atlas selling cars. Also, I'm not used to this very bad concept art. Whoever did this gentleman, my god, his proportions are whack. Look at it. Like, the car's nice, but I don't think his forte is in humans. It looks nice in itself. Like, the car is not bad. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of the back of the Tesla truck. That's where the scooter went into. Bonus that it can fly. Not a fan of how the wheels articulate like that, but you got to see it animated. You got to see what it looks like inside. Now, the steering wheel inside also reminds me of a futurist vehicle, but not so futurist. It seems like it's still anchored to today. Yeah. So not a bad design by the Calico. I'm so on it. It's my least favorite car, being honest. Let's go ahead and see how much it actually is going for at the moment. So someone did actually post. That's the Scud. I don't have how much the Calico was. So this is the Calico Maxhog, right? How much it's earning at the moment. The daily rewards is 6.46 Atlas. Now we can't really, we don't know what the VWAP of this is, but we can go ahead and see and compare it to the Opal Jet, right? Let's take up a very small calculator. Let's say the Maxhog is 6.46 over 12.24. So it earns 52%, 52.7% of what an Opal Jet costs. And we know an Opal Jet was selling for around $300. Let's just keep it simple, $300. So I would put the Calico Maxhog at around $158 or $160, $150, that sort of range, right? But of course, there is a market price for $30, which gives it a pretty high discount on the market at the moment, considering there's not many of the ships out there. Star Atlas the Explorer.StarAtlas is currently calculating a APR of 24.1%. So not bad if you can snag one below market price. Let's go ahead and look at the, before we look at the Niruch, which is my favorite one, let's look at the Scud. We're not sure what went down at Calico's last holiday party, but the racing team and the weapons division put a cockpit on a missile and called their little darling a Scud. And now we get to fly her. Sure, we all looked over for the required safety specs, but whatever. The performance analysis alone, particularly the explosive high G acceleration, was enough to make us eager to pull the trigger on the track. And oh baby, did we ever. Literally, we blew some stuff up. So, meet our new dream girl, the Calico Scud. Ride the rocket or die trying. Let's have a look at it. Now, this does look like an actual racing vehicle. This is something that could match up to the Opal Jet, right? In a race. This is what I want to see on the single racing track in the showroom. Have a look at some of the pictures. Now, to keep in mind, it seems like this there's probably two modes to this, like the hover mode and then the racing mode. The hover mode is not this mode, I think, if I'm getting it right. I think this is the racing mode where it's like a lot longer. You can see in the middle here where it's got this actual extension. There'll be other pictures here where you can see that it's not, this is the extension I'm talking about. You can see that some other pictures, they're not extended. I think this is where the person actually goes. Now, guys, this reminds me of an actual racing vehicle, you know, like an F1 Ferrari, or not an F1 Ferrari, like the actual motorsports racing vehicles where they have like just wheels and their cars and they have wheels. Kill me now. Yeah. I like the engines. They look really small, but it looks streamlined. It looks like a nice car design in itself. I'm trying to look for the one where there's no extension on it. Nice and black. I like the white one better in this. I like how they put it in the back. This is them trying to explain, make you visualize what it's going to look like. I think Star Wars, when they go racing in the desert, one of the earlier movies when he's a kid or something. Yeah, that's the feeling I get, and that's what I get from the actual racing modules as well. Man, yeah, so here it is, right? It's also retracted back in, just like I was saying. Now, this seems like it's a concept, more early concept art compared to the other one, but still, nonetheless, it is. I think it's like the racing mode and then the hover mode. I don't see why it can't be. Now, that's it when it's racing. Amazing. Look at the skins on this. This would be a really good one to skin up, I think. They look awesome. Awesome, awesome. The red one looks nice. And we have some schematics. Very nice. This does look like a very typical racing. I expect this to be very popular within the racing crew. Yeah, very, very popular. Even I want one of these. And it just looks sleek. Look at it. Yeah. Yeah. So I want one of these, but I'm actually not going to get one of these. Do you know why? Because I'm going to be getting the next one. Before we quickly go to the next one, anything standing out from this? Not really. It's all extra, extra small. Nothing really stands out from this ship for me. It's a common ship. Size is meh, one pilot. Compared to the Maxhog, you get two pilots. But this is a racer rather than a transport. Big difference. Now, the ship I want to get is the Ogrika Niruch. And oh my god, is it gorgeous. Enveloping the elite traveler in the luxury of posh Punab lines evoked by Ogrika's engineering excellence. The Ogrika Niruch offers the same rousing regal qualities exalted elsewhere in its grandiose lineage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Moist. Now available for discerning buyers in a swift, sleek, and sublime civilian transport package. Experience exquisite craftsmanship and comfort in its affluently couteured interior cabin, while smoothly realizing the escape velocity you desire. Whether embarking for business, for pleasure, exhilarating, enduring, elegant, the Ogrika Niruch. Sounds like the when you're going in a medieval fair and like one of those town like the criers that are like the Ogrika Niruch, something like that. This is a transport, extra small. It is a rare ship, ladies and gentlemen. It's got a pilot, one co-pilot. Anything stands out? Not really. They're all extra smalls, so nothing really stands out there. One module is a cargo module. Yeah, I actually thought this would be like a small entertainment system or something like that, or some kind of virtual screen. Not cargo, because, yeah, I guess so, it's a cargo, because it's supposed to be a transport ship. Yeah, I guess so. Let's look at some pictures, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get moist. This looks awesome. This is like the kind of ship you want in front of your house to show people that this is like your personal vehicle, like your Tigu's vehicle, for God's sake. So I compare this to the Rainbow Chi. I think it looks nicer than the Rainbow Chi, but if you put this against the Rainbow Chi against each other, Rainbow Chi kind of just wins. Just because it's better. It does look gorgeous when it's racing. These are some action shots for it. Let's keep going. As you can see, I don't know how to describe it. It's got some weird shapes to it, as most of the Ogrika ships do. This one has some, like, the doors that lift upwards, which is not bad in itself, but just the actual shape of the ship, so flat and linear and fragile. Yeah, like if you have this, you wouldn't want to go into battle because you're going to lose right away. So might as well just run away. It does look cool inside. This I wasn't really sure on. So this is like what seems to be the interior of the ship. Like it looks from the outside, you can see that it's got one huge bump at the back and one huge bump at the front. But you go over here and then it's got two separate bumps. So I don't know if this is like the interior look of the ship and what they're planning for it to do. And it also looks like two giant penises. What it looks like. I don't know what to say. Look at it. Look at it. It's phallic. It's phallic looking. Anyway, some more pictures for you. Looks good. Looks good. Looks very streamlined. Looks very Ogrika, as we expect of what the Ogrika should look like. The Thripid looks similar. So this one, you don't actually get much variation in the colors. You can see this is like a red one. This is a blue one. And this is like a orangey or a gold one. You don't really see much difference, being honest. And that's it for the pictures. Yeah, so that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Which one do I want the most? I want the Ogrika Niruch. It is a rare ship. Let's see if it's not actually on here yet. Let's see if they did update it. No, let's go to the small. No, it's not. It's an extra small. No, it's not there yet, which is fine. Let's see what the market is actually selling the Ogrika Niruch for. Let's see. The Ogrika Niruch, no one is selling this, but people want to buy it for $5. I don't blame them. I would put a stink bid at $5 as well for someone just to sell one, because I wouldn't mind having this ship for $5. It's $5, for God's sake. Now, what else has actually dropped? The cargo spaces have dropped, as well as the crafting stations, as well as the exterior paint have dropped, and the landing pads have dropped, as well as the Tigu, as well as the pet house. Where's the pet house? There we go, the pet house, Gowland Phase 1. Let's see if anyone's actually trying to sell the pet house, or what people want to buy it. People want to buy it for $10. That's okay. Good on them for trying. Let's go back to, let's see what the crafting station, extra small crafting station is selling for. Oh, people are selling this for $16. Not bad. Now, Michael Wagner did say in the Foundation Room that not the crafting station, but the storage, the cargo storage is stackable. Okay, so if you have one house or one property, you might be able to stack your storage capacity. Let's go ahead and have a look at the tier 0, probably the most populous of them, and one of them is selling for $18. So that's not bad in itself. Let's look at it. A standard storage facility that can safely keep a wide variety of assets. Fits in a tier 0 storage facility hub slot. Now, the reason they did this is because they don't actually have any other concept art for it. They wanted to release this as soon as they can, and they didn't want to spend money on concept art for it. I don't blame them. I mean, the concept art is going to change later on down the line anyway, so why bother so much? It's just a cargo slot, and it's like a utility thing. It's not really a picture thing. So I think it's a good idea not to spend a lot of money on the image of it. It's interesting people are selling this for $18. Maybe we can back engineer how much. So a CSS hub one was worth $64, wasn't it? So people are selling a cargo for 18. How much are they selling a crafting station for? 16. So that's already like $30 right there. That's half the price of the entire CSS hand lab. Landing pad. I don't think you got a landing pad with the smallest size. No, I don't think so. People are wanting to buy this for $2. Yeah, I don't think anyone got a medium. I'm not sure if anyone actually did. Now, what I don't like is they don't have the actual number of them here. I wish they put the extra numbers. I think they will be fixing it down the line. Yeah, so if you have one, this again isn't my picture. This is from someone on Twitter that I saw. This is from Colibri, the guys that did the simulation of your CPP points. So obviously you can see this is the Calico Scud. It gives you 7.17 Atlas per day. Let's go ahead and see here if that matches Calico Scud. 7.2. That's correct. Exactly correct. So let's see if we can also calculate that. Did I do that last time? 7.2 over 12.24, and I'm going to do it against the Opal Jet because we know how much the Opal Jet was supposed to cost, $300, right? So it's 58.8%, and I'm going to do times 300, 176. Let's say $170 to $180 for the Calico Scud. So we're just like kind of reverse engineering what the VWAP of the price is based on how much Atlas emissions it is. So it's about $180 ship. Now I wonder, is anyone actually selling the Calico Scud at the moment, and at what price? Let's go and see to the ships. Let's go extra small, and let's go to the Calico Scud. Is anyone selling it for this price? Oh, the lowest price is $250. Someone wants to sell this for $250, even though its VWAP is closely related to 180. Not really. I wouldn't buy that. Now, there are reasons why someone would pay for this, because this is a ship that has a very, very reduced supply. There is not a lot of them. Most of the other ships in Star Atlas are over 200, 300, 400 of them. Like the Thimble Airbike has 300,000 of them, something ridiculous like that, right? So this is a very low supply and controlled by people who only wanted them specifically. So you're going to see people wanting to take advantage of that. So I would urge you to just be very cautious if you want to buy any of these ships, because they're in the hands of some very small people who can control the markets themselves. If no one lists it, no one's going to ever buy it, right? They can start listing it at $1,000, and they'll have the monopoly to do that because they're the only ones that have the ship. They took the chance and they get to list it. Is anyone going to buy it? That's the other question. That's the real question, right? I'm not going to buy it. I wouldn't buy a ship that I've calculated to be $180 with $250. No, thank you. Not at the moment anyway. Not unless I see some extra good stuff on it. And I don't see any good stuff on this. Not on the Calico Scud. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, so go and claim your rewards if you got some. And I'm going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Star Atlas update for you this time. Make sure you go and claim it. Remember, don't click on any weird links at all. And if you see any of these items up for sale, let me know, because I want the Ogrika Niruch. I want the Niruch so badly. I will see you very soon. Ciao for now.